Aaron, what did you see on that grounder to Volpe in the 8th inning?
Hit sharp, obviously tailor-made. Looked like it hopped up a little bit. I haven't watched the replay of it yet, and just obviously didn't handle the ball.
Grisham batting there with 2 on. Was the bunt taken off at 2-1?
With 2-1, I took it off. Just with as aggressive they were playing, you're kind of know they're in a walk judge situation probably, but was willing to live with that. And they were playing the bunt pretty aggressively there, so felt like a little bit of an open field there and was going to take our shot at that point once he was ahead in the count, especially with him struggling to throw strikes to the first 2 guys and Grish's ability to control the zone. I just felt like that was the way to go.
Some of the home runs, they kind of broke the proverbial dam, but what did you see from your hitters' swing decisions tonight?
Yeah, we walked a few times, which was good. I felt like we got better swings off tonight than last night. Like, we hit some balls in the screws. I thought Giancarlo's off the bench was excellent. I thought Judgy got a really good swing off there. Just misses the ball off Brogdon there, after the first and second situation. So I felt like we had some better swings and started, even though we didn't walk a ton initially off the starter, we were throwing a lot of pitches out of the zone. I felt like we were laying off that. So I felt like we moved the needle in that regard tonight, and now we just got to break through now like we're capable of offensively.
Dan.
Aaron, just with some of the mistakes tonight, whether it be the bunt not getting put down or Volpe or Grisham running into the ball, is there any sense of pressing or anything seeping into the way they're playing the game?
I don't know. I mean, defensively, I feel like we've been playing really well, most of the year and making the plays. So, anytime, especially if Anthony doesn't make play, you're always a little surprised. I don't think Grish knows the word press. So, but that being said, when we're not scoring a lot of runs, we got to execute on the highest level on the little things, and we haven't done that this week a handful of times when we had some opportunities.
Why do you think that is? The lack of execution.
Well, it's not the easiest thing to do when, it's not something that we do a ton. It's not the easiest thing with some of the pitchers that you're facing, and you got defenses breathing down you, and you got to be a little fine with the ball. So, but that being said, we have guys capable of doing that, and, we need to be able to.
Chris.
What have you seen out of Volpe's at-bats lately?
Lately, for the most part, okay. I mean, the last couple days, I feel like his BPs the last couple days have been good, where he's making his good move. And as I've talked about kind of all year, I feel like he understands that better and knows what that feels like and self-corrects a little bit better. So tonight, a little, where it wasn't that move I see in BP, like it wasn't real efficient like that. So, but he'll work through this, and again, I think he's so much better at self-correcting now and making those adjustments in quick, quicker time frames.
Peter.
Aaron, I know you said that Judge just missed that one in the 8th, but just what have you seen in his at-bats the last week or so? This is really his first prolonged slump of the year.
I mean, is it though? What's today? Wednesday? I mean, Monday night he hit 2 rockets and had a couple walks, and he goes 0 for, and it's a slump. It's, maybe he's missed a couple pitches. I mean, it's a hard game. It's, I don't know if I really see it that way. It's not going to get 2 hits every day and week on, it happens. So, he'll continue to make adjustments like he always does, like he's always doing when he's going really well, whether he hits a little rough patch, he'll continue to do that.
Dave.
Aaron, it seems like during the stretch that you've tried to do things to get runs. You've put guys in motion. You've tried to put bunts down, but they just haven't kind of been working as you hoped they'd planned. Is it tough to switch, to go back from playing one way to have to try to lean on this way just because it's not a way that you typically...
Yeah, but no, the running game, though, is typical for us. We're, probably middle of the pack or better in running. So that's a part of our game, and we're going to continue to do that. And we've even had some success with that here the last couple of nights with some big steals to set us up. I thought Goldie's jump was perfect there. Ahead of Jazz, but he got a good pitch to hit. So, but there are those small windows of time where we got to execute a small play, and we haven't done that this week, and we'll keep working at it.
Eric.
What did you see with Cruz in his command in the 8th?
Yeah, a lot of close pitches. I mean, it looked like he was just under the zone there. They did a good job of being real patient with him. So just a tick off there where he lost the zone a little bit, and then felt like had to take my shot there with Timmy, even though it was Adele, and just hoping to get a ball on the ground, which Timmy came in, and Timmy was really, really good through some tough parts of the order. But I thought Cruiser was just a little off, and a couple of those pitches where he's falling behind, it's like, ooh, so I didn't feel like he was erratic or anything. He got some big outs along the way, but just a tick off, and they did a good job of controlling the zone on him.
Dan.
What did you think of Rice behind the plate?
Rice was good. I don't think it moved too fast. I thought he was under control. Felt like he caught a good game, caught a runner, stealing. So I thought it was successful first go at it.
So does that give you more confidence going forward to use him, put him in the mix there a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. And again, not that I think I was confident. Again, I talk about, he's not just a guy that, oh, by the way, he catches too. He's done this in the minor leagues, and he's done it really well. So he's got that skill set. So, but still, first time of the year, you haven't done it in a couple months other than some blowout situations. So I thought he went in and handled things well. I thought he did a really good job in the dirt, even on the ball that scooted away, a tough chance. I thought he got in front of it pretty well and did a pretty good job with it. And we're in a tight situation there where Cruz gets out of it with runner on third. I thought he was very much under control, which was good to see.
Clap.
Aaron, when Judge is going through one of the periods like this, do you sense that there's a trickle down to the rest of the lineup? Do they feel it too?
I don't. I felt like last night was the one night where I felt like as a group, we pressed a little bit, but even, we got shut out the 2 days before. I didn't think that was the case. I thought we were having mostly the right at bats. And tonight I thought we turned the page on last night too. Tonight I felt like our at bats were better than last night. We didn't get a lot of results, obviously, but I felt like more guys got their pitches to handle, got some good swings off, still hit into a little bit of tough luck, and then, couldn't punch through in a tight game when we needed to.
Thank you, Aaron.